Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have Drake stands really going through it right now with the recent news of Drake's UMG defamation case being dismissed, leaving them in shambles. And just like the caption reads, this definitely feels like a group therapy session, and the level of coping will astound you. But this was inevitable. Like I said in my last video, the judge was pointing out all the fallacies and hypocrisies from day one, so anyone with some common sense could have figured that this case honestly wasn't going anywhere, no matter how much the cult of the opioids were trying to spin the narrative that Drake was going to own the building after this. But the courtroom isn't a Twitter Spaces echo chamber, guys, where facts don't matter. Because this was a legitimate courtroom, guys, with a knowledgeable judge, and facts are king. She listened to both teams of attorneys, read all the facts, and made the right decision. In opioids, everything can't be the red button. I've been active for the first time ever on Twitter, and it's definitely been going great, but it truly is a literal shit show on that side. But best believe I've been debunking all those weak and false narratives. And I can be wrong, you can be wrong, but accountability and integrity is most important. So let's all be objective, which is obviously something that some people are allergic to. But the Owls, as they love to call themselves, are probably the most delusional fan base I've ever seen. I actually had one person respond to a post of mine just to immediately block me, which is insane and absolutely hilarious. But I'm not disrespectful. I'm going to use my words and craft a reply. But you can't reason with someone that didn't use reasoning to get to their perspective in the first place. I also wanted to send out a very big shout out to Curtis King, an awesome player in the hip hop space. He actually followed the X account yesterday. I really love the dude's content and definitely let him know. And bro said the feeling was mutual and shouted out my professionalism, and that definitely means a lot because the dude has been killing it with his content for a very long time right now. So big shout out to him. Subscribe to his channel and definitely let him know that I sent you. So enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into these clips where we have Drake stands really going through it right now with the recent news of Drake's UMG defamation case being dismissed, literally leaving them in shambles, guys. And this dude Jay is probably one of the most egregious opioids, probably the leader of the stands, who has still yet to respond to my rebuttals, by the way. All right.
I, of course, lost my mind, was irritated.
And I definitely don't think this is where the psychosis started.
Agitated. That's just an initial reaction. Came on, interacted with some of my owls from Club Paradise, and we had a little laughs and we vented with each other. And honestly, it made me feel a bit better. And it made me really focus on what
This is Owls Anonymous, guys.
Going forward. So for me, I said, you know what? Okay. Do what we normally do. We post his music.
That's not what you guys do, because if you guys did, the streams would be a little better. Instead, you guys have been posting and spreading misinformation.
We still say what we feel about him. At the end of the day, for me, the lawsuit, I looked at it as anybody that I know, if they ever fought that, I wouldn't care what nobody said. So for me, I never minded it because to me, hip hop took a seat back as far as I was concerned.
He literally gave hip hop a black eye by doing something like this. How are you the initial aggressor and then decide to sue over it afterwards?
A name you put on somebody, prove it. Okay, fine. They dismissed it. He can still appeal it. But even if he could have, to me, he did what he needed to do. But that has nothing to do with the music. We listened to that music before the beef, during the beef, after, during this whole thing. So
I don't know, because if he did, those songs would have lasted a lot longer than they did on the charts. Those songs are now an afterthought. And even Nokia, the record that they said was going to be the song of the summer, is also now just an afterthought.
Until the appeal goes and we see what's going on, we're going to still listen to his music, regardless of what happens.
And you should.
After this point.
I feel like as fans, they should listen to his music. It's the other things that they do that have made them the most abrasive fan base out there.
So if you're an owl, you're going to be an owl all the way through it. Period. That was just something a little bit more private, deeper to me. So nobody wants to see their GOAT losing anything.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? So everybody keep your head up, keep posting Drake like we normally do. It is what
they're speaking as if Drake is no longer here on this earth. Yeah, go and stream the dude's music. Like I said before, it's your right to be a fan of whoever you choose. Just like in the analogy I used in my last video, if you have a favorite sports team, if they don't win the chip, you can't go around screaming at the top of your lungs that they won the chip when they obviously didn't. Because that is egregiously erroneous. But logic and objectivity have obviously been something that's been a rarity these days.
What it is, it was a bummer. It's not over. And regardless of anything, as long as he keeps giving us what he gives us, we'll be all right. Love you, Owls.
Gang, gang. You already know what time it is.
They sound so defeated. Again, at the end of the day, I do agree with them. Drake should be giving them music, at least the music that they're waiting for, because at this point, no one's going to be able to convince me or probably anyone else that those songs that they've been getting are the records that they've been waiting for. Because if so, they would be performing a lot better. Yeah, the dude's back catalog is still streaming massive numbers, but these new records, not so much. At least to the levels that Drake is used to. But the fact is, whether it's Drake, his team of attorneys, his team period, or the cult members of the Ovihoites, they keep rehashing this beef over and over again and then claim that the Kendrick Lamar fans are the one doing it. Or even worse, Kendrick Lamar, who hasn't spoken about this at all for such a long time, that it's honestly mind-boggling that these people keep blaming Kendrick for all this. And as far as that appeal goes, honestly, I don't think that's going anywhere either. Let's look at some of these comments. Definitely shout out to Standardemics TV. I blame Docket and the creators for them not knowing what the lawsuit was actually about. Again, it was never about proving if Drake is a PDF. And at the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar never created any of those narratives. Those have been narratives that have been around for a long time. And when you have publications like Rolling Stone and other major publications speaking on this, best believe they're doing their due diligence to make sure they don't get sued for defamation. Tupac's ring. And shout out to Tupac's ring as well, another friend of the channel. I came back to say that this is so weird to me. Again, they're speaking as if, yeah, for real, like he is in a hospital. Unemployment, their family should disconnect Wi-Fi. Hilarious. You can tell they want to cry. And it definitely felt really emotional in that space. Full-blown group therapy session. Absolutely. Comforting each other. Yeah, man, it's obviously a pep talk. But that defamation case obviously has no legs. At the end of the day, even a judge on day one was saying, how can you say this when you were literally begging Kendrick Lamar to speak on those narratives that, like I said earlier, have been around for a long time? Linked up with my owls is a crazy thing to say. And I don't know, man, they've definitely said some crazier shit. I gotta be honest, she was real at least. And I will agree with her on one point. Drake should be feeding them the music that they want and not trying to rehash the beef. And this is what they should have been doing from the jump. Drake should have just moved on post-battle, but he made it worse. But the therapy session is hilarious. And I mean, the way Drake was moving, man, if he wanted a career in marketing for PG Lang, man, then he definitely did a great job. I never want to be this parasocial with anything I like. And this is what happens when you deify somebody. You make somebody a god that doesn't deserve to be put on that pedestal. At the end of the day, these are all men. And while we can be a fan of these people and we can love their art and stuff like that, we can't think that they're perfect. Bro, there's no way they're acting like this. And honestly, this is tame compared to how they've been. They act like the nigga died. God forbid. Somebody call Maury. Linked up with some of my owls from Club Paradise. And yeah, cringiness has definitely been something that they have been supplying in adequate amounts, guys. I actually have another audio clip. This is from the high priest himself of the cult of the Ovihoites, Jay. Again, the guy is still ignoring my rebuttals to all his terrible narratives. OVOJ not as loud and confident as he usually is on OVHO Paradise. Was energy sounding mighty familiar?
Well, yeah, hey, trust me, hey, even those sentiments.
The Heart Part 6 instrumental,
the
Drake version.
Confused.
Again, the metaphorical white flag, guys.
Those are sadder ones. I promise you, they're all misguided at this point. Because there's
it's comedy.
There was always a plan, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit more.
The fact that he thinks this is part of the plan is supreme level coping. No one's going to spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, to come out with a goose egg on the other end and not have anything to show for it other than just more embarrassment.
Well,
trust me.
There ain't no heads down or a reason for it because everything's going according to plan is what I'm going to say for now. Trust me.
This guy has weaved some of the worst narratives we have seen on this platform. Again, anyone that tries to hold this man accountable is just going to get ignored or blocked. And definitely kudos to whoever put that instrumental behind this audio clip because it truly makes it that much more hilarious. Just like Drake, they obviously can't read the room. And while I absolutely champion having a positive outlook over things, you also have to be realistic and, like I said, be objective. Because if you're able to be level-headed, you make better decisions. Obviously, something that side really hasn't been that great with over the last year and a half. They've actually had some pretty abysmal decision-making anyway. Even if you take that beat away, it just sounds so defeated. That tone doesn't sound like somebody that knows that there's a plan still in effect. Let's look at some of these comments too, guys. I included the Heart Part 6, by the way, for comedic effect. And sir, kudos to you. Anytime you hear that beat, you know a nigga defeated. Nah, the music got me dead. Never heard this excitement this low before. And it's the complete antithesis of excitement, guys. The shit is genius. I definitely concur. Even said it is what it is, like Labrie said during the outro. And then he said everything's going according to plan. Like I said, it's been a very sad state over at the Cult of the Ovihoites compound. Obviously, these people are going through it, but it truly didn't need to go this far, guys. They really did it to themselves the same way Drake did it to himself. At the end of the day, we all know Kendrick Lamar dog walked Drake. But the things that Drake has said and done over the past year and a half honestly takes the cake, because he has done the most damage to his stock and his reputation, something that he claims to love so much. And the fact that he has these type of people defending him, or academics or Maul, just make him look even crazier, which he most definitely didn't need help with. But definitely let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. What do you guys think the tone in that meeting was? To me, no matter how positive those words were, that tone definitely sounded downtrodden and defeated. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys so much for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. It honestly means the world to me, and all the love and support that you guys continue to show this channel on a daily is honestly overwhelming, and probably the biggest reason why I make these videos. So I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all of it. I definitely want to send out a big shout out to all those that have been joining YouTube memberships. Small way to support the channel, but definitely goes a very long way in helping out. And also a very big super thank you to all those that have been sending super thanks, because again, it helps the channel out tremendously. I also want to personally send out another big super thank you to Renee for another amazing super thanks. And I truly want to let you know how grateful I am for all your support. So I'm definitely looking forward to your takes on this topic, guys, even though I'm pretty sure I know which way you guys are going to be leaning towards. Hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. And what a fantastic idea to put that instrumental behind that audio excerpt, guys. Pure comedy.